Its third reading.
Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to stand in support of the Education Amendment Bill number 4 in its final reading, and I'm pleased that members of the opposition are also supporting this legislation. Lifting skills is a key part of the government's plan for economic growth in New Zealand. And part of that plan is making tertiary education more accountable and having a higher level of performance for their students, which is of course good for the students involved, good for the tertiary education providers, but more importantly, good for taxpayers and good for the country. So if we look at this focus on quality, one of the areas that we've had quite a lengthy discussion in this House is around supporting students, and in particular giving them some improved transparency around how the student support services fees are set, to enable there to be less of a disparity around the range of which those fees, both in terms of the financial levels but also the services that are provided within that. So providing students a decent voice within that. Also, the other changes that I've spoken quite a lot about, so I won't spend any more time on it, but is just wanted to give a final plug for the changes in international education, the creation of the Crown Agent Education New Zealand, which will basically unleash this country's ability to export education across the globe. And also there were changes in NZQA and their legal arrangements, which were more of a technical nature. So, Mr Speaker, I'm very pleased to support this education bill. This is another bill before this House by a fine minister who is committed to lifting performance in tertiary education. We've got 16,500 more places than we had since 2008, and I think that's a fine achievement, another one we can tick off for this fine government.
Chris Hipkins.